Have you ever felt lost trying to understand English idiomatic expressions? Well, you're not alone. A lot of learners struggle with these types of phrases, and as someone that studies other languages, I scratch my head when I hear idioms as well because I don't understand them. Right? But idioms are essential if you want to sound more natural and confident, just like a native speaker. So, in this lesson, we're going to explore 10 must know idiomatic expressions that are going to boost your conversational skills. But in case there's a little bit of confusion about what exactly is a idiom or idiomatic expression, I'm going to give you the official Oxford Language Dictionary definition. And that is, it is a group of words established by usage as having a meaning not deducible from those of the individual words. For example, well, we're going to have some examples. So we want to listen in. But I'm going to put it a different way in plain English speak. These are expressions that make no sense unless you understand how they're used in the culture, and then they make perfect sense. Okay. So anyway, get your pad, get your pencil. This is going to be a little bit of fun. And well, now let's get started. Let's do it. First one up is break a leg. I know that sounds terrible. If you've never heard it before and you're learning English, you're trying to figure out why do they want me to break a leg? Well, no, we don't. It actually means the opposite. We're wishing someone good luck, especially before a performance or a big event, right? And there's actually a history behind this one, but we don't have time to go into that today. Maybe in a future segment, I'll go into the history of how we actually came up with these phrases, how they developed, not just the meaning like we have here. But it means wishing someone good luck, especially before a performance or a big event. So an example would be if your friend has a job interview, you can say, break a leg. If your friend is in a play or they're going to be performing somewhere, singing maybe, first time, or they're just in the beginning of their career and you're telling them, break a leg, you're cheering them on. It's actually a good thing to say, break a leg. Now, why is it useful? Because it helps you sound friendly and supportive, and it's used by other English speakers in these situations. So if you hear it and or you use it, it's taken in a very positive light. It's taken as being supportive, etc. So that is break a leg. Our next one is call it a day. Okay. So if you take it literally, you say, well, why are you calling the day a day? It's a day, but it's not that. What does it mean? It means to stop doing something. Many times because you are tired or you've been at it a very long time and you're losing your focus or your energy, or you've just simply done enough work and it's at the end of your workday. So you call it a day. Example, I'm going to call it a day and head home. I've worked all day and I'm finished. So I'm going to call it a day and head home. Why is it useful? Because it's a very casual way to signal that you're done and you're ready to move on to the next thing, or relaxing, or just going home, or going out to have some fun, or whatever the next thing is, right? You're finished with the activities that you've had going on during a certain time period. Usually it's a day. Right? So very casual. Uh, it will be recognized as something just part of normal conversation that English speakers may have. Beat around the bush. Ah, yes. Why am I beating a bush? Well, it actually means you are avoiding a direct topic or question, usually because it's in some way uncomfortable for you. As an example, stop beating around the bush and just ask for the raise. So instead of going in and having a sit-down meeting with your manager, you're instead are throwing out hints about you working hard, you're working long hours, you take on hard projects, and you're frustrated because, let's say, as an example, your boss is saying that's great, good, but is not offering a raise. Probably not offering a raise because you haven't asked. You're beating around the bush. So this phrase encourages you to have clear communication, show confidence, and be honest. And so you don't avoid a direct topic or question because it's uncomfortable. You take it, you face it, and you get into it, right? So you don't beat around the bush. And so beating around the bush is not something that is taken positive. It's not taken fully negative, but it's seen as something that's, it's not really positive and it's not really useful. Get to the point, stop wasting time, stop beating around the bush. Bend over backwards. Okay, so if you are a superior um, yoga practitioner or some type of gymnast, has nothing to do with that. Sorry. What it means is that you are going out of your way to help someone. And at times, more than is required or more than necessary. So an example will be, I'll bend over backwards to make it happen. You might say, I bend over backwards to make this happen for you or to make this happen for us, whatever the context is. But you're going to go above and beyond. You're going to put in extra effort. You're really going to do, in some cases, you're really saying, I'm going to do whatever is necessary in my power to make this thing, whatever this thing, happen. So why is it useful? Because it's a casual way of showing you're willing to be helpful, and it actually strengthens relationships. When you're bending over backwards for someone, that other person understands that you're doing extra for them, that you don't have to do. So you don't have to bend over backwards for them, but you are. And smart people uh, take this as something super positive, and they are super appreciative of it. Cut to the chase. Okay, so this is another one that would probably, as if you're learning English and never heard it, someone might use it and you will have no idea what they're talking about. So what does it mean? It means get straight to the main point. It's almost like a relative of beat around the bush, but you're going to hear this a lot in business environments. Get straight to the main point when someone is taking too long. Cut to the chase. What happened, right? And why is it useful? It helps to keep conversations and meetings and interviews and things of this nature very focused, very efficient, especially in business. Okay? So cut to the chase means get to the point, tell me what you're trying to tell me. All said and done, right? Get down to business. This one you may have heard, get down to business. So what does it mean? It means starting the most important or serious part of a task or conversation. Example, let's get down to business. So in a previous life, when I was in management or supervision positions, I was running a meeting, uh, to begin the meeting, I normally would would say, let's get down to business. Everyone would then start getting ready to engage in the meeting because that's a signal that the official business activity is getting ready to start. It is considered very professional and signals it's time to concentrate on work. In a nutshell, this is another one, makes no sense unless you understand the context. So what it means summarizing something briefly, but clearly. For example, in a nutshell, here's the main idea for the proposal that we're working on, or the business deal we're working on, or for what we're going to do on this project. Okay? You're summarizing something briefly and clearly. Why it's useful. It helps you to be concise when explaining complex ideas to other people. All right. You're focused and you're giving them the main information in a way that's brief but clear. Spill the beans. Okay. So this one you actually might be able to figure out. But it means that you're revealing a secret or information that was meant to be kept private. You're spilling the beans. If you visualize someone with a bowl of beans and it spills all of a sudden, they clearly did not mean to do that, and now the beans are out and all over the place. So someone accidentally told you about the surprise party they were having for you, or something that was supposed to be kept secret, or something confidential. They spilled the beans. Why is it useful? It's perfect for talking about secrets or unexpected information, both in business and in your private life, right? So it was used in both regularly. On the same page. So if you're business people, you may have heard this one already, but some of you have not. It means that you and someone else share the same understanding or agreement about a topic. For example, we're all on the same page about the next steps for this project. In other words, we're all in agreement. We understand what needs to be done and we're going to do it. Now, why is this useful? This is very widely used in both casual or social situations and also in professional settings to confirm mutual understanding. Okay. You may have had a conflict. When I'm talking about conflict, you had people in the same room with differing opinions, but they finally have come up with the way to move forward. And we would say that they are now all on the same page. Pull someone's leg. Okay, so this lets you express that you're joking. Right? This actually means you're joking. You're pulling on someone's leg. It helps create a lighthearted atmosphere in conversations. It's friendly. That's why it's useful. I'm just pulling your leg. Right? It's said very frequently. Right? And it's that you're joking or teasing someone. And my advice is make sure it's a situation that the other person gets the joke and it's not something that you're doing that's going to be offensive after you let them know that you're joking. So, all right, it needs to be a joke in good taste and in fun. Practice makes perfect. So, this means that you practice because you want to be perfect. And this is sort of an idiom as well, right? It's not necessarily uh, one that, in this case, I meant to put in, but I decided to put it in anyway. What can I tell you? All right, have some fun with it. Practice makes perfect. And and this is how I wanted to end. Learn the idioms that we have here that I've shared with you, right? Study them regularly, the ones that you don't know, some of the others you might know, so that you can put them into your conversation, right? And then practice. Use them in the conversations. Don't be embarrassed. especially if you hear other people use them, you're going to have a sense of how they're being used. And it allows you to sound more natural, so you're able to master the scenario. So there you have it. Idioms, right? We hope you had a little bit of fun and were able to smile. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment how you felt about this lesson and what you'd like to see in the future and how you might use it. Right? We certainly appreciate it. And I do have other videos about idioms and slang, so please do see them. But most importantly, have a great day. Please put everything into practice, and I will see you next time on our linguistic adventure together. Take care, everyone.